minutes, and I have not gone to lunch. Hey, everybody. All right, so this is specifically about a question about what a trailing stop is and what it means. And I do want to throw out this disclaimer, and this isn't a legal disclaimer. You can do whatever you want with your money. The fact is that if you don't know what you're doing, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I started. And if anybody said, hey, I knew exactly what was going on with trading and options trading when I started, they're lying to you. They may have thought that they did, but they didn't. Okay, so what is a trailing stop? And this would be the same for anything that you were trading. If you're trading Forex, if you're trading futures, if you're trading stocks, or if you're trading options, the rules for a trading, the rules for a trailing stop, it doesn't matter. Okay, so what is a trailing stop? It is a vehicle to allow a a trade that is going typically in your favor to run in your favor while still covering your risk and letting that risk go along with you. So let's just say, okay, I'm going to pull up a trading montage. Happens to be BABA. And I'm going to do this from the call side because, and this is no signal or anything like that. I don't even have a chart up. But let's just say that we decided to buy the 202.5 calls going out for next week. Well, the market right now is $3 at 315. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to buy a one lot. And I'm going to buy it at 315. I'm going to buy it on the offer just so we know that we'll get filled, okay? And like I said, this is sim. Don't anybody follow me. This has nothing to do with BABA right now. Okay, I got filled at 310. So now I say, I want a trailing stop. So what do? We go over to the monitor here. And let me pull in our, oh, hang on. Okay. I'm going to pull in. So we know that we bought something. It was a one lot. You can see that this is in their filled orders. Now, if you're not using Thinkorswim, I can't say this is going to look exactly the same on anything that you do. That's why I don't see a big advantage to using anything else. But if you want to use something else, go right ahead. But this is what it looks like. We know that we have BABA on. We know what the expiration is. We know what the strike is. We bought a call. We bought it for $3.10. So now we say, okay, you know what? I want to put a stop in. What's the first, whenever we put out a signal, what's the first thing that I do? I define our risk. I don't care about, not that I don't care about the reward. The reward is easy to manage. Everybody's a genius when they're making money. Remember, I say that often. Tell me what you do with your losers. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of that. And so I say, okay, well, I have this order. So I'm going to right click anywhere here and I'm going to say, well, put out the opposite order, right? Because we're going to sell it. If we bought something first, then we have to sell it. If we sell something first, we have to buy it back to get our position flat. But we bought this. And so now I'm going to say, I'm going to go to the order type here. And I'm going to say, I want to put in a trailing stop. Now I can base it on the ask or the mark. That's what triggers my trail. I typically go with mark. That's mid-market. If it goes to ask, it's not better or worse, it's just different. I'm going to go with mark. And I'm going to say, okay, 50 cents from when I enter this order, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to confirm this. Here's all your confirmation. This is what I want to do. Hang on. It's so hard because my Epic pen works the exact opposite than my Zoom It. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to sell BABA with this expiration. Man. So I want to sell BABA. This expiration with a trailing stop, 50% based on the mark. So it tells me this is my break-even prices. This is the max profit I can make. Well, my max loss is not infinite because I already have. If this were a naked position, well then yeah, then it would be infinite loss. But we're already long this thing. So there's your confirmation. I'm going to put that out there. Okay. So I have a 50-cent trailing stop, and this happens to be trading. We bought it for 310, as we can see here. And right now it's worth 313. My trailing stop, as you can see here, is 50 cents lower than where it's trading or where it has traded between when I put the market out there or when I put the order out there and where I got back and now. So if this starts trading $3.20, well then my stop price will go from 260 to 270. If this is trading, if the mark is trading, let's just say $4, well then my stop is going to go from 260 to 350, break even. That it's a incremental move of my stop that allows me to say, you know what? I'm not just going to put an offer out here. I'm just going to let it keep going and going and going and going. Knowing that the most I can lose is 50 cents less than the highest price it's got since I have put my order out there. Now, sometimes we will say, I'm going to put a hard stop in and then we'll go to the trailing stop. But the important thing is that the trailing stop price moves along with the risk that you have on as things get better and better for you. It can't get worse. No, you're not going to see it, Joe. You're going to see it on the video. Remember that we're dealing, and for those that are watching the video, I'm getting questions that they can't see what I'm doing. It's because obviously I'm working from my home office. I am projecting from our actual office, but it'll show up correctly on the video. And that's why I'm recording this. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, and that's a very valid question. I would wonder the same thing. So the trailing stop just keeps you with the same amount of risk, but as things get better and better and better for you. And then, if you start saying, wow, we're kind of getting to a support or resistance level, maybe then you just tighten up your trailing stop. Instead of 50 cent, you go to a 30 cent, 25, 20, whatever it is. We do that all the time. But it allows us to say, you know what, if this thing wants to run, let's let it run. Okay, so so that's what a trailing stop is. I'm going to render this video, get it out to you guys. I will put it on the blog as well. It'll be in the room. This is about a 10-minute video. Probably take me about 5 to 10 minutes to render the video, and I'll get it out to you guys. That's a very good question, something that we constantly have to talk about, and I do appreciate that. Okay, so that is it. And let me just get this going. Thanks, everybody.